When you've done as much time as I have in the California prison system, you develop a slang that is foreign to everybody out here on the streets. I get DMs all the time. Wes, can you break this down for me? I want to understand the story better. What do these terms mean? So I'm going to go ahead and break down some of the most used terms, and I'm going to start with my favorite, paperwork. Because we're going to have to see it right when you show up. When you show up to any facility any place I got the keys to, you're going to hand it to my people, our people, and they're going to bring it to me. I'm going to make sure your charges are good. We're going to make sure your current charges don't fit any charges that are deemed unacceptable by the white race. If they do, you're fucked right away. You ain't gonna make it through the day. If you have sex charges, right a fucking way, you're getting stabbed. That's how it works in the system. Our main piece of paperwork, otherwise known as your driver's license, is the 128G. A 128G is the absolute top of the paperwork we take, the only thing we want to see. It's going to have all your history. We're going to look down and we're going to look straight at sex history. If you have sex history, you're fucking done. That means you're a chomo, a rapist, or all of the above, and you're fucked. You're getting stabbed that day. The next spot we're going down to is your fucking SNY GP status, and it better say GP non-applicable, or else you're a piece of shit. You're going to go the same way as that fucking chomo did. We're looking at your current charges, your in-house charges. All this is on your 128G. Your 128G also has something called an adverse transfer. If you had an adverse transfer, you better fucking believe we're gonna have to know what the fuck that was and why there was an adverse transfer. If you came good from another facility, it will say non-adverse transfer. That means you're good. That means we're rocking it. We're gonna get straight into that burpees and that bar work right the fuck away, because that's what we do all day. With the paperwork, you know how I roll with it. You know how I roll with my paperwork. I got that shit hooped. I don't give a fuck. I roll that shit up tiny as fuck. I put it in some cellophane. I stick that shit in 5 fingers, one finger of a glove, rip it off. Next finger, rip it off. Next finger, rip it off. I'll put 5 fingers around that motherfucker and hoop that shit. Hooping means to put that shit up your ass. And if you're not okay with shit like that, don't go to the fucking pen, because you will be. You're gonna have to hide shit from the cops, and that's the only fucking place left, is your anal cavity. And that's what hooping means. It means gangstering that shit, keystering it, putting it in the prison safe. These are all the same terms, meaning you fucking put that shit in your ass to hide it from the fucking cops. The removal is what happens when you have bad paperwork. That means 2, 3, or more of your own people took your ass out, and that tells the facility that you're all bad. You can't fly with your people no more. So they're going to take you off the main line, take you off the GP, and you're going to be a PC. Now you're going SNY. This is also referred to in movies in older times as someone putting the green light on you. We don't fucking really use that term. We use removal. Green light would mean more if it was against a whole group of people. Say we green lighted a whole race, which has happened many times, to where you're sitting in your cell and the doors are gonna crack and the homies next door say it's green lighted on the blacks and you gotta roll. And the shitty part is you might have some homies with them blacks. You might have some good acquaintances that you like over there. So when that shit cracks, what do? You just avoid them and you take off on the motherfuckers you don't like. That's how it is. That's how it's gonna be. Even if you had friends on the street, it's gonna be like that. So don't get it motherfucking twisted. What happens in these riots when that shit kicks off, when there is a green light on another race, is motherfuckers are getting whacked. You know they're getting whacked. That means stabbed. It's also known as fucking getting booked. When I say the word getting booked, it means you're getting stabbed. It don't mean you're going to the fucking library and getting some more goddamn books, okay? It means you're getting fucking stabbed. This happens weekly in the pen, if not daily at some times. More often than likely, it happens fucking daily. When you lock it up, when you get booked, when you get removed, all this shit, you end up in the SHU. They have to put you in the security housing unit just to keep you away from everyone. That is the prison inside the prison. The SHU is the prison inside the prison, also known in movies and other shit as the hole. This is where you'll stay. It's also known as the back. When you hear me say this fool had the back or he was in the back, that means the hole or the SHU. So I use this term a lot. Everybody hears it a lot. They say it a lot. I say a piece of shit, a PC, SNY. You bitched up. This means you're in protective custody. This means you couldn't take GP, which is the name of this motherfucking channel. And don't get it twisted. It's called GP because a motherfucker right here walked in GP and walked out GP. General population. Otherwise known as the main line in the California prison system. The main line is where the hardest motherfuckers are. SNY is literally 70% of the population now. There's about 30% California GP inmates left, and I'm proud to say I'm GP, and that's why I always say it, and that's why it's the name of the channel, because over my time, I seen all them motherfuckers with all the shit on their face, with all them high-end credentials. I seen all of them go out backwards for some motherfucking dope. PC'd up because they couldn't take it. Because the pain in their little hearts was too much to fucking take, and they couldn't man up and kick them drug habits and do their time like a real motherfucker and come out on swole ready to fucking help change people and turn them away from that bullshit life. So what I'm talking about is massive change. Massive change by going through the pain. This is the only thing that'll ever change us. Pleasure doesn't change us. As a rule, adversity is the only thing that will cause us to drastically do a 180. So when you're in those times, you have to test yourself. You have to say, this is the fucking time when the pain's there. You're not gonna learn everything when everything's going your way. And that's what I did. When that shit was most painful, I sat down and I said, fuck this. Stop fucking waiting. It's never going to be the perfect time. In fact, it means a lot more if it's not the perfect time and you still see it through. Nobody is impervious to the negative self-talk or the motherfucking excuses that pop up in your head daily. Books can assist you. They can assist you. But it cannot be done through study. It can only be done through life. You want to know what blocks these messages? Overconsumption. Overconsumption of entertainment. Overconsumption of vices. Lack of suffering. Vague goals promote vague motherfucking results. You know exactly what you want. Don't you fucking lie to me. Don't you lie to yourself. In this life, clarity is power.